My friends, with Rockstar Games giving us over 60 brand new GTA 6 screenshots, here is all the hidden details, Easter eggs and references that you might have missed in these screenshots. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there are definitely some awesome references and Easter eggs hidden in these screenshots. Let's go through them all. Okay, let's begin with the first reference, and this is very obvious, but when you go on Rockstar's website and you click on GTA 6, the very first image after the Ultimate Edition pre-orders and all that is of course of Jason and Lucia, with Lucia sitting on the car behind Jason. This is clearly a reference to the very first artwork that we got for GTA 6, where of course shows us Jason and Lucia leaning on the vehicle, with Lucia sitting behind Jason on the hood of the vehicle. So yeah, that's a very cool reference. Very easy and obvious, but still I find that to be very awesome. Then we have the first image of the Ultimate Edition pre-order bonuses, where it shows us the picture of the 95 Grotti Chira. Now the vehicle itself is not the reference in this screenshot, but instead it's what's behind the vehicle that is the reference, and that is of course the multi-level circular garage of the mold that appeared in the original Vice City or GTA Vice City. And you're seeing the picture in front of you right now. You can see it is pretty much the same thing. Now obviously it's more modern, it's more actually realistic than what it was in the original GTA Vice City, but still it is referencing that mold's garage. Very cool. Not gonna lie to you guys, you don't understand how many hours I spent just driving up and down this circular garage. I know there was absolutely nothing to do in it, but I just found it very cool when I used to play GTA Vice City Stories. I just absolutely loved going up and down these circular levels of the garage. Again, don't ask me why, I was a kid. I found that was the most amazing thing that I could do. Now if we move our attention to the weapons, specifically the Hawk and Little Morgan's revolver, did you guys hear what I just said? I said Morgan. Now could this be a reference to Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2? Obviously we know that the universes are shared between GTA and Red Dead Redemption, so the fact that these revolvers are called Hawk and Little Morgan, I don't know about you guys, but I think at least that would be a reference to Arthur Morgan. Maybe I'm reading this too much, but I think that's a reference to Arthur Morgan and Red Dead Redemption. But that's not it, because in the description it says his and hers versions of this powerful revolver with classic Vice City stylings sourced from the Versetti estate, including palm tree edged grips, engraved detailing and high performance scope. There it goes, Versetti estate. Of course that is none other than Tommy Versetti's iconic mansion from GTA Vice City. If you guys remember, there was always a sports car that would spawn on that mansion and you just go steal it, and it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's another cool little Easter egg, not only to GTA Vice City but also to Vice City's protagonist Tommy Versetti and his iconic mansion. But the GTA Vice City Easter eggs only get crazier from here, because the next images that show us these personalized Jason and Lucia weapons, or pistols I should say, if we take a closer look at them, first of all we have both of our protagonist names engraved on their specific pistol. The sniper pistol is of course Jason Duval's, and the second pistol is Lucia Camino's pistol. Now that is really cool, but listen to this next Easter egg, it's gonna blow your mind. On both of the pistols there is a specific serial number that is engraved in them, with each one representing a specific date. If we take a look at Jason's sniper pistol, the serial number reads 311006, which just happens to be the release date of none other than GTA Vice City Stories. And not only that, but this specific sniper pistol only appeared in one GTA game in the entirety of the GTA franchise, and you guessed it, it only appeared in GTA Vice City Stories. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, what an Easter egg right there. To be completely honest with you guys, this is definitely my favorite Easter egg in these screenshots, because if you ask me, I think that GTA Vice City Stories is such a very underrated GTA game. I feel like it deserves more love than it gets. It is very underrated, like I said. I wish they would bring it back to the new consoles that we can play it again. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. But yeah, Vice City Stories, I think it's an awesome game. However, the Vice City Easter eggs don't end there, because if we take a look at Lucia's pistol, it also has a serial number of 291002, which once again represents a release date for none other than GTA Vice City, which of course released on October 29th, 2002. I'm telling you guys, absolutely amazing Easter eggs, amazing references to these iconic old GTA games, Vice City and Vice City Stories. Also to the left side of these pistols, we can see that there's a die pack, which is a security measure to stop criminals from stealing money, because once that die pack explodes, the money becomes useless. Now the fact that they've added a die pack in these screenshots, I'm starting to believe that maybe a mission goes wrong and it will actually involve these die packs. Maybe we rob a bank or whatever and then the money explodes because it was a die pack instead of actual money. Now just keep in mind that that's me speculating, I could be totally wrong here, but yeah, I find that to be very interesting, the fact that they've added a die pack alongside these character specific pistols. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And as we're on the topic of weapons, our next image shows us more pistols. We can see both pistols are customized to fit Jason and Lucia. Jason's pistol has a Latin phrase written on the grip of it, which translates to "of one's own accord," while Lucia's pistol has a rose on the grip, while both pistols also having both protagonist names engraved on their specific pistol, just like we saw in the previous image. Pretty cool, no? But if we take a look at the right side of the same exact image, we can see that there's a palm tree reflecting in some sort of a pool. Now I know you're probably saying, well, what's so special about this palm tree? It's just a normal palm tree, we are in Miami. Well, let me tell you this, because this palm tree is not just any other palm tree, it's actually a reference to Tommy Vercetti's iconic blue palm tree shirt that of course he wore back in GTA Vice City. You have the color blue in terms of the water, and then the palm tree is reflecting on that blue water, which like I said is a reference to Tommy Vercetti's iconic blue palm tree shirt. But that's not it, because there's another Tommy reference, but this time not in the screenshots but actually in trailer 2 that released over a year ago, when Jason is smacking the store owner and taking the money from the cash register. On the wall for a second there, you can see there's an iguana on the wall wearing Tommy's iconic blue shirt. This Tommy Vercetti Easter egg was staring us in the face for over 415 days now, and somebody just found it a couple days ago. How crazy is that? I don't know about you guys, but personally I'm loving these Vice City references and Easter eggs. They are very, very cool. Now speaking of things that are very cool, Rockstar's attention to detail in GTA 6 is gonna be absolutely out of this world, because if you take a look at the image that shows us Jason's personal bike, specifically the kickstand right there, you can see that the kickstand was not in GTA 6 when you rode a motorcycle. You just left it standing there, no kickstand, no nothing. But that will all change in GTA 6, at least according to this image. Once you leave your bike, it seems like it will actually be resting on a kickstand, which I found to be just an amazing and cool attention to detail. I know it's very subtle and not a major feature that will change the game, but still it's cool because the attention to detail in this game and the realism that will be present in GTA 6 is gonna be absolutely insane. We move on to the next image, and what do you guys see here? What do you guys see in Jason's image right here? Well, let me tell you, there are two completely different things that I see. First of all, tell me that that is not Arthur Morgan but in 2026. Come on, like seriously, tell me that Jason is not gonna be a grandson of Arthur Morgan. I mean, the resemblance in these two characters is absolutely insane, it's out of this world. I mean, if Jason in this image just puts on a cowboy outfit and with a cowboy hat, tell me that that does not look like Arthur Morgan. Seriously, that is absolutely amazing. Now we know that the universes are shared, so maybe, just maybe, like I said earlier, Jason could be like a grandson of Arthur Morgan or something like that. I mean, it is possible. And the second reference that I'm seeing in this image, and this is most likely what it's gonna be, and that is a reference to the character James Crockett, or also known as Sonny, in the 2006 movie Miami Vice. Of course, both takes place in Miami, but what do you guys think? What do you see in this image? Is this a reference to Arthur Morgan, or is this reference to Sonny from the Miami Vice movie? And in the next screenshot of Lucia at the Stock 305 clothing store, we have some very subtle and funny hidden details. First of all, we can see a barcode on the wooden package that says buy more useless poop. I just found that to be funny. And also on the right hand side, we see a massive poster that says say sorry and be Vice, which is actually a reference to two things. First of all, Rockstar Games on their website, they actually sell a mat that says say sorry, be nice. And the second reference is to the protest that happened outside of Rockstar's North Studio after they fired multiple employees who leaked details about GTA 6. If you guys remember all about that, one protester had this exact saying on his sign, and to put it simply, this is Rockstar poking fun at themselves. So even Rockstar themselves are making fun of themselves in GTA 6. Next up, we have the image of the green truck that has been modified at the One-Eyed Willie's mod shop. There are two things that I see in this image right here. The first one being that there are multiple mechanics working in one car. As you guys all already know, currently in GTA 5, once you go into a mod shop, there's one guy that stands there, doesn't do anything, everything just magically happens, and it seems like that won't be the case in GTA 6. It seems like whatever work you need to be done on the vehicle, there will be multiple mechanics that will be working on different parts of the cars, and I find that really amazing because once again, it just adds to that attention to detail, adds realism to this game. That is a very, very cool thing. But apart from that, and perhaps the most interesting thing in this image, is the fact that we once again see the Gloriana license plate on the vehicle, which was also shown in the very first trailer we got for GTA 6. Now, in case you don't know, Gloriana is actually GTA's version of Georgia, US, which just happens to share the northern border of Florida. So yeah, it's very, very close. It's to the north of Florida. Now, obviously, we are still not sure if this is an entirely new city or new location that will be accessible in GTA 6. Of course, there were some leaks that multiple cities will be added, and maybe, just maybe, Gloriana or real life Georgia will be part of this Leonardo's amazing map, or maybe it's just a random license plate that you can use for more customizations, but I think that's very highly unlikely. Or maybe, just maybe, is the fact that people actually drove from Georgia or Gloriana and drove down to Florida. Of course, we know that Leonardo is gonna feel alive. There's gonna be so many NPCs all doing different things, and like I said, maybe we have people visiting from other states, hence why we have the Gloriana license plates, or we might even get other locations license plate coming and visiting and driving in Leonida. That's a possibility. Which one is it gonna be? We're not sure. Obviously, there has been a massive debate throughout the previous 2 years about this exact thing, but obviously at this point we have no idea. We will just simply have to wait and see, and hopefully Gloriana could be an actual location that will be added in GTA 6 map. That would be awesome. Next up, if we take a closer look at the good time gear that Jason and Lucia are wearing, we can see the alligator shirts, or as they call them in GTA 6, Maka the Gator. Now this Maka the Gator on Jason's shirt and also on the background as the wall mural, we can actually see that he's a direct reference to none other than GTA Vice City's cover girl. Yes, that cover girl is in front of you right now. It is the same exact thing down to the same pose and holding the same drink. How iconic is that? Then we have a confirmation of the character Wayman, who was one of the leaked characters back in the September 2022 leaks. I know all of you guys remember that massive leak, but specifically the gameplay where Jason was standing beside the pool and Wayman was talking about the events of GTA 5 with Jay Norris and the government, and then a leak came out of nowhere saying that Wayman has been removed from the game, but obviously that is not the case because he is right here part of the game, and he will give you missions to find old broken down cars and bring them to him to restore them to their old glory self. Of course, something similar to the barn finds in Forza Horizon games. So yeah, I guess that leak was false. Wayman is not removed from GTA 6. Oh, and don't even bother calling the number on his shirt because it leads to nothing, okay? Trust me. Now let's move on to the vintage Vice City pack pre-order bonus screenshots, and let me tell you, there are a ton of cool and awesome references, hidden details and Easter eggs. And the very first reference comes from the very first image we can see, and that is of course a reference to the movie Scarface, with both Jason and Lucia's hairstyles and outfits being very similar to the characters of Gina and Tony Montana, who are brothers and sisters. I mean, simply just look at Lucia's hairstyle and the outfit she's wearing. It is pretty much one-to-one identical to what Gina wore in the movie Scarface. Obviously not the same color, but everything else pretty much the same down to the very small details. And also Jason's outfit, we can see he's wearing something similar to Tony Montana with the light blue blazer and the white shirt. It looks like white, it could be maybe light pink, but still it is very similar, to be honest with you guys. So that is a very cool reference to the movie Scarface. And in case you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Make sure to go watch it. And of course also takes place in Miami. And also right next to the image we also have the Vice City pack logo placed on the background of none other than GTA Vice City's pause menu background. You're seeing the image in front of you right now. How cool is that, man? Seriously, this reference to the pause menu of GTA Vice City. If you played Vice City Stories, you know how iconic these Easter eggs and references are. If you're a newer player to the GTA franchise, it might not mean as much to you guys, but for us veterans who played these older games, this is really hitting home, man. It is really hitting home and I'm absolutely loving it. And speaking of iconic reference to GTA Vice City, we have the screenshot of the 55 Vapid Stayna vehicle, which if you've played GTA Vice City, the second you saw this vehicle right here, it should have taken your memory back to the same exact vehicle that would always be parked outside of the Ocean Drive Hotel. It is pretty much identical, okay? The two-tone color of the vehicle and the white and the look of the car, it is pretty much the same exact vehicle that we found that would, like I said, always parked outside of Ocean Drive Hotel back in GTA Vice City. And another cool thing about this screenshot, now it's not an Easter egg or reference or anything like that, it is simply just how amazing this screenshot looks. The neon lights behind it, the reflections on the car, the reflections on the water that is on the road, and this goes for all the 63 screenshots that we got, not just this screenshot. All the screenshots in this game look photorealistic. It is really amazing. Here is another cool Tommy Vercetti Easter egg that we have. In this image of Jason where he's holding the mini Uzi, we can see the weapons camo or weapon pattern, whatever you want to call it, being the iconic blue shirt of Tommy Vercetti. And you also have this screenshot that shows us two more weapons with the same Tommy Vercetti iconic blue shirt. And I'm not just making that up, Rockstar on their website actually says, adorn most guns with a tropical pattern inspired by Tommy Vercetti's iconic palm tree button up. But not only that, if you go back to the screenshot where Jason is holding the mini Uzi, the outfit he is wearing is a reference to the movie Miami Vice, again with the main character being Sonny or James Crockett. Now yes, I know Jason's outfit is the same as when he is with Lucia, and I said it's a reference to Tony Montana from Scarface. To be honest with you guys, yes, I still believe that, but it could be reference to both of them, okay? Because this outfit that Jason is wearing, it looks very similar to Tony Montana in Scarface, and also looks very similar to Sonny from Miami Vice. You're seeing the image in front of you right now. It could be reference to both movies. Both of these things could be true. And to finish off with this video, this is a little detail that I wanted to add because I'm starting to think that this is not a game. The images we've gotten are so photorealistic, it's actually kind of scary, okay? I mean, I've never seen a game look like this before. The last time we had a game come close was over 8 years ago when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and that game looks very realistic even now, okay? Red Dead Redemption 2 is absolutely iconic, but again, it doesn't compare to GTA 6, at least from these photos. Man, oh man, it's actually scary how realistic this game looks, how amazing, how photorealistic this game looks. Like I said, it's just blowing my mind. And simply put, I am very hyped for this game. I really cannot wait until we get deep into the marketing of this game with more trailers, gameplay trailers, more screenshots and all that good stuff. But yeah, GTA 6 is definitely gonna change the game once it releases. But until we get some more GTA 6 information, watch the video on screen right now to know the major backlash that Rockstar are getting after revealing pre-orders of GTA 6. I will see you there.